Ronin the Last Samurai makes you feel like a total badass out for revenge. You only need to focus on parrying and slashing at the exact right moment to win. It has this really cool ink painting art style that looks amazing on mobile. You will die a lot at first, but once you learn the moves, it is super addicting. If you love hard action games, this is definitely one you need to download right now. Magic vs. Metal is a crazy world where fantasy creatures fight against SCI mech robots. You can play it as a real-time strategy game or jump in and shoot things yourself. The game lets you summon huge armies and cast massive spells to destroy the enemy. You really have to think about your upgrades and items to win the harder battles. It is a super unique mix of genres that honestly works perfectly together. Scarland Horror Quest is pure nightmare fuel, but in the absolute best way possible. You end up trapped on weird floating islands filled with puzzles and creepy monsters. The teleportation and slow motion abilities make the survival part really fun. Every single step feels dangerous because you never know what is waiting for you. If you want a solid scary story with great boss fights, you have to try this one. Weltkrieg 1 Firestorm is a massive World War I multiplayer shooter right on your phone. You get to fight in dirty trenches, drive realistic tanks, and capture bases with your squad. Teamwork is actually super important here, so you can not just run around like crazy. The atmosphere is incredible and you genuinely feel like you are in a huge battle zone. It plays really smooth for such a big game and definitely deserves your time. Truck Simulator Big Rigs has no right being this addicting to play. You start off doing simple deliveries and eventually build your own huge trucking empire. The physics and engine sounds are insanely realistic for a mobile game right now. I honestly lost track of time just cruising down the highway in the rain. If you need something chill to play after a long day, this is the perfect choice. Nimble Blade is a multiplayer hack and slash that is all about pure skill and timing. You grab a sword and jump into crazy battles where button mashing will just get you killed. Every weapon feels different, so you actually have to learn how to use them properly. There are training missions and even a battle royale mode which gets super chaotic. It is a great game to play with friends if you want to show off your combat skills. Humbug 2 looks simple at first, but it will absolutely melt your brain later. You have to move different bugs around a board to solve these really clever levels. Each bug has its own movement style, so figuring out the right path is a lot of fun. The best part is that it has zero ads, so nothing interrupts your thinking at all. If you love logic games that genuinely make you think hard, this is a must-play. FX Racer is absolutely going to blow you away if you love Formula racing. You get to manage your tires, pit stops, and weather changes right in the middle of the race. The cars feel heavy and fast, which makes every single corner a real challenge to drift. You can upgrade your cars and race against other players online to climb the ranks. It might be the closest thing to a real console racing experience on mobile right now. Nepa Saga gives you Unreal Engine 5 graphics on your phone with no internet required. You play as a blacksmith fighting off mythical monsters in ancient mythology. The open world is absolutely stunning to explore and full of hidden secrets everywhere. Combat is fast and responsive, making every boss fight feel incredibly rewarding. It is rare to find a free offline RPG that feels this premium and high quality. Wild West City lets you build and run your very own cowboy town from the ground up. Starting from a tiny settlement, you gather resources to build saloons and railroads. You have to manage everything carefully to keep your citizens happy and earn cash. It is a bit slow if you do not spend money, but it is still super relaxing to play. The desert vibes are great, and watching your tiny dusty town turn into a city is awesome. City Island 5 is probably the most relaxing city builder you can play offline right now. You start as a mayor on a tiny island and eventually unlock a massive tycoon empire. The graphics are super clean and placing buildings just feels really satisfying to do. There is always something to do with hundreds of buildings and constant quests to finish. If you want a stress-free game to sink hours into, this is definitely the one. Titan Soul is a hardcore offline RPG that gives off really heavy Dark Souls vibes. You have to explore ancient ruins, fight mythical bosses, and try not to lose all your gold. There are no strict classes, so you can build your hero however you want to play. It has gamepad support, which honestly makes the dodging and attacking feel way better. The combat is brutal and unforgiving, but beating a tough boss feels amazing every time. Tiny Robots Recharged is a gorgeous 3D puzzle game where you rescue tiny robot friends. Every level is a little diorama filled with hidden clues and switches you need to find. The puzzles are not too hard, but they are creative enough to keep you totally hooked. It has a super chill vibe and the background music is perfect for winding down. It is a quick and easy game to play before bed when you just want to relax your brain. Palmon Survival is basically Pocket Monsters meets a full-blown survival and crafting game. You catch these creatures called Palmon and use them to build and farm for you. The world is huge and you really have to defend your base from enemies and poachers. There is a lot to do, so you might accidentally play it for 3 hours straight without noticing. If you love monster catching and building huge bases, you are going to absolutely love this. Last Core is a fast-paced SCIF roguelike where you control a whole squad of mechs. You dive into procedurally generated labyrinths and just blow up enemy robots non-stop. Every run gives you different upgrades, so you have to constantly change your strategy around. The destruction feels incredibly satisfying and the action never really slows down at all. It is perfect for when you want some explosive gameplay without thinking too much. Outscape Car Simulator has some of the best looking graphics on mobile right now, period. You just weave through dense highway traffic at insane speeds trying not to crash. The car physics feel super realistic and you can even fully customize your garage. There is no fuel limit, so you can just drive for as long as you can possibly survive. If you love high-speed traffic races, this one is an absolute must download today. Dash Fire is pure run and gun chaos in the absolute best way possible. You slide, dash and roll through enemies like you are in a fast-paced action movie. You can team up with friends online and cause absolute destruction together on screen. The best part is that there are no paywalls because you earn everything just by playing. It is smooth, fast and incredibly addicting once you get the hang of the controls. Rhythm Weightlifter is incredibly unique and will completely mess with your brain the whole time. You have to keep 2 different rhythms going at the exact same time to lift the weights. One finger is tapping quarter notes while the other is rapidly tapping 16th notes. To make it even harder, there is zero music, so you really have to feel the beat yourself. It is a hilarious and stressful challenge that feels great when you finally beat it. Defenders 3 combines tower defense with collectible cards to make something really fresh to play. You set up your towers and then use spells and heroes to completely change the battle outcome. It is not just about having the best cards, you actually need a smart strategy to win. The boss fights get really intense and force you to completely change your tactics on the fly. If you are tired of normal tower defense games, this mix-up is exactly what you need. Candies and Curses has you fighting off adorable ghosts with just a flashlight. You jump between floors and vaporize enemies while collecting completely random power UPS. The more you play, the more cool flashlights and charms you unlock to help you survive. It feels like an old-school arcade game that is just incredibly fun to replay over and over. It is perfect for killing time and the ghost designs are honestly just way too cute.